Hello, evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the United Uncle as we meet again after a disappointing game, Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Today was a very difficult game for us. We tried to play well, but it was a problem. We lost as always. It's now 7 games lost at home this season. Let that sink in. 7 games lost for Manchester United this season. What a record. Let me start with the good news. The good news is that Martinez have agreed to join Manchester United. What I don't know, did he agree before the match or after the match? Because there was a text from Germany, a tweet from Germany, that Martinez have agreed to come to Manchester United. Only the agreements which is being negotiated between Man United officials and Bayern Munich officials. But as for the player, he has agreed to come. I don't know if he saw the match, is he still keen to come? The scoreline, Crystal Palace 2, Manchester United 0. It was a very difficult game. Let me just give you some points, about 8 talking points from what I saw during this match. The coach started without a number 9, which was a gamble. At first, it was working. We looked threatening in the first half. We had a lot of penalties. We played well in the first half, attacking, but we lacked that goal threat as always, because we didn't have a number 9. Some people might blame the coach. Why did you play without a recognized number 9? But I would say that was a message. This was a message. This was a message to the owners. This is the message to the board. It's a message to the players, our attacking players, Rasmus and Joshua Zirkzee, that you are not good enough and we need extra people in front. I always tell you that is we don't create chances. We don't attack. We can concede. Conceding is part of the game. But what are we doing with our chances? I think in the last 3 games, we've got less than 5 shots on goal in the last 3 games. This should say a lot. Last 3 games, we've got almost 5, if I'm not mistaken. But today we had 2 shots at goal. I remember the last game which we won 1-0, we had 1 shot at goal. It's not something to write home about. Point number 2. We started with high intensity. We're passing well. We had a higher possession than Crystal Palace. But the problem is we're playing sideways. We're playing sideways, side passing instead of forward passing. We lack that creative edge. We lack that IQ of intelligent players. There's something shorting from our players. We can say whatever we want. If you check my previous videos, I've said Amron has got a job to do. Our defensive side is okay. We can make mistakes. We can do what. But what are we doing in front? Me, I always blame the forward players, even the so-called star players. That's why I was okay with selling anyone. I didn't have a problem if you could sell anyone. As long as it's in the attacking third. Rashford is gone. I don't have a problem. Even if they want to get rid of another player also, I don't have a problem. Because they are not creating enough. It means the players who are playing in front, they are not Manchester United material. They are not Manchester United material. That's what I think. Set pieces. Someone said, this point number 4, someone said if Manchester United had signed a new set-piece coach, it was going to be a good window. Just a set-piece coach. Because we can't mark set pieces. We can't score from set pieces. We had a lot of penalties today. We had a lot of free kicks, but we can't convert. When it's us, it's difficult. If we've got a free kick, the moment the opposition takes that ball, it's almost a goal on our side. We can't score when it's a penalty. We can't mark when it's them who's kicking is it a penalty or a free kick? Everything about set pieces is wrong. is wrong. It's something which need to be addressed. And it didn't start now. It was there before Amiron. So I don't know what needs to be done. Do we lack the players who understand? Do we lack players with knowledge of what to do? That streetwise football, which I talked about. It's a lot. I don't know what else can we say. Number 3, Crystal Palace. That's point number 5. Crystal Palace is very good defensively. Very good defensively. Coming from this match, if you checked my preview of this game, I told you that Crystal Palace is the highest. It's on number 1 in terms of conceding less goals away. They had 11 before this match. And today, surprise, surprise, they didn't concede anything. So it means they maintain that level. So after this match day weekend 24, they'll be still the highest with 11 goals conceded away. Crystal Palace is doing a good job defensively, of which we'll talk about Onana. Onana, we're going to do a separate video about him because sometimes the goals we concede, he's our brother, we like him, we wish him well, but there's a lot which is happening with Onana. The next point is injuries. We've had a lot of injuries. We've been unlucky this season. We've had a lot of injuries, but not as compared to last season. But still, it's still the same. It's been difficult for us. It's still the same. Injuries. Today, we've one of the worst injuries for this season. I'm sure this is a season breaker. It will be lucky if we're going to see Martinez playing for Manchester United this season. The way he was crying, the way he was stripped off the field, the way they carried him, they stretched, the way everything is just from bad to worse. That guy is a good defender. We like his character. We like his courage. But still, he went out crying. We'll be lucky if we can see him this season. I can actually say we'll be lucky if we see him this year. We're in February, but we'll be lucky if we can see Martinez play this year. We've had Mount with long injury. We've had Shaw with long injuries. We've had Malaysia with long injuries. Evans is in and out. What's wrong with our players? We acquired the wrong type of players. We acquired the wrong type of players which have got, someone said they've got a wrong body type. Their physicality, I don't know how they explain it in technical terms, but we have got a group of players which doesn't suit a profile of proper athletes. That's why it's very difficult for them to survive such an intensity season. It's not good for us. Then the next point number 8, lack of goal threat. We've talked about lacking goal threat. Today we had only 2 shots at goal. Guys, I've heard some of these big YouTubers, I've heard on mainstream, people talking about Garnacho pressing, Garnacho this. When did Garnacho last score? If you are watching this, go on Google, check your stats, go on YouTube, whatever. Just where you think you can get the data. Tell me, when did Garnacho last score? And this season, how many goals has Garnacho scored? How many goals has Zeski and Rasmus scored? Those are our attacking players. What do you expect? What do you expect the coach to do? The coach puts a setup. I want you to play like this. You create like this. The rest is on the players. We can blame the coaches all we want, but the rest is on the players. Our players are not good enough to be called Manchester United attackers. Now we are bringing a small boy again. Matthew Teo is a small boy. I think 21, 23. I don't know what else. He's a winger. He's not like a proper out-and-out striker. So I don't know if he's going to solve anything. He's not going to solve anything. He's just like a glue for a big problem, for a big crack, which you need to demolish all the wall and build again and start again. That's what needs Manchester United. You don't need glue like for loans and what. We're really short in attacking players. We are really short. Our attack is useless. I will say it again. The next point number 8, the defense. We concede a lot of silly goals. We look confused sometimes. The moment we concede one, we are running like headless chicken. The whole defense from Onana and the defenders and even the defensive midfielder, the whole defensive setup, the moment we concede, automatically we look like headless chicken. So I don't know what needs to be done. This team is going to give us a heart attack. This team is going to give us a heart attack. I don't know what we should do about this team. Then point number 9, we go to the coach. Coach tried something new. People can blame him that why he didn't play with the striker. You are sending a message to whoever supposed to listen that this team lacks proper attackers. The attackers which we had, they are not keen to play for Manchester United. The attackers we had, they are not keen. Rashford went where he went. He's going to Aston Villa. Who else? Anthony went to Real Betis. So it's very difficult for us. I've run out of words. I'm still in my car. I haven't even gone in the house. My wife is waiting for me. I'm stressed. The team lost. Guys, what should we do about this team? Hopefully they'll bring in better players, maybe 2 attacking players tomorrow. That's what I pray for. Just at least 2 attacking players to add to our players which we have now. Let me just give you a bit of stats for this game. Possession, Manchester United 67, Palace 33. On paper, it looks good. On paper, it looks good that we did well. We've got 67%. We had 556 passes. Palace is 282. But still, it's just backward passes in our own defense, sideways passes. Onana has got more passes than our attacking players. It means the ball is spending more time on the wrong position. Is spending more time on the wrong position. That's how I see it. Corners were 11. Palace didn't have a corner. Shots at goal were 2. Palace had 3. But Palace managed to score 2 goals. You see how the things are not on our side. 3 on target. They score 2. Shots were 18. No goal. 2 on target. Palace had 11. 67% possession. Palace 33. On paper, it seems like we did well, but we still lack that cutting edge. We need proper attackers for Manchester United. Check my video of balance of attackers which were used by our previous coaches, comparing to the attackers which are being used by Ruben Amorim. So we can't expect a miracle from the coach. We can't expect a miracle. He's doing what he can. He's trying whatever he can, but he's trying on wrong players. Some people are saying change the system. What system? Because it was working for Sporting. He's just got wrong players. For me, I say let's cancel the Premier League. Let's use the Premier League as a training. Let's go for the Europa League. Let's go for the FA Cup. Let's go in full force for those things. I think that's all I have to say for the game. We're going to play Palace on Friday. We'll talk about it. We need to win. It's a must-win FA Cup. FA Cup, we need to win that cup. Europa League, was FA Cup, if you win, you go in the Europa. Europa League, if you win it, you go in the Champions League. So we need to win one of those trophies for us to be in Europe next year. Otherwise, the Premier League, to get into top 10, is going to be a miracle. I don't know why Old Trafford has become like a haunted ground. Our players are afraid to play in our own ground. I don't know, guys. That's the problem we're having. People with low mentality, and their IQ also is low, and confidence. Everything about them is low at the moment. That's why you get this type of results. So, it's all right. I thank you very much. This is your United Uncle. Thank you.